Recently, a Republican-led House committee issued subpoenas to Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and several other officials over a massive fraud scheme involving $250 million of COVID relief funds. A nonprofit organization, Feeding Our Future, is accused of misusing funds meant to provide meals to children during the pandemic. Governor Walz, who is the Democratic vice presidential nominee, faces increased scrutiny as the committee investigates his administration's oversight. Virginia Foxx, the Republican chairwoman of the House Education and Workforce Committee, emphasized that the fraud occurred under Walz's governance and questioned the extent of his responsibility. Foxx emphasized the committee's challenges in obtaining voluntary compliance from Walz and the state's education department. Walz's spokesperson described the Feeding Our Future scandal as an appalling abuse of a federal program. They pointed out that the state education department worked diligently to stop the fraud, which resulted in the arrest and charging of individuals involved. In fact, the scheme saw people bribing jurors and submitting fake attendance rosters to claim funds. The scandal has already seen significant legal action, with over 70 people charged and several convictions. A state audit labeled the Minnesota Education Department's oversight as inadequate, a point which Walz acknowledged needed improvement. However, Walz argued that no state employees directly conducted illegal activities. House Republicans have not confined their scrutiny to this fraud alone, but have also opened separate investigations on other matters related to Walz and his running mate, Kamala Harris. Some Republicans have expressed concern that these investigations may backfire, portraying Walz and Harris as martyrs rather than culpable leaders. In response to the scandal, Walz introduced reforms such as appointing a new inspector general within the Minnesota Department of Education to combat fraud. He continues to defend that the state took significant steps in partnership with the FBI to arrest and charge the guilty parties. Looking ahead, the officials subpoenaed, including Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack and Inspector General Phyllis Fong, have until September 18 to provide the requested documents. The House committee remains determined to uncover the depth of this fraud and ensure accountability for the misuse of taxpayer dollars intended to help hungry children.